Man, what's up, y'all? So today I'm about to get ready to go this evening. Wind is blowing like crazy. I don't know if we're gonna see much, but we're gonna try to get out there. A buddy of mine is gonna meet me over at some public land nearby called Soda Lake, and I'm gonna get there probably about 1 o'clock this evening and do a little bit of scouting. 1 to 2 o'clock, do a few hours of scouting. I'm gonna look for some feed trees and maybe some signs, some deer feces or whatever, rub, scrape, feces. If I can find some where they're feeding at and doing their business, I think I'll have a better chance of hunting over that than just going by, some rubs on a tree. But I don't think we're quite into the rut yet on that public land. So I was gonna put some Ting 69 down. I've had luck out there with that before. I actually shot a buck a few seasons ago on some and ended up hitting them a little far back and high, and he broke the arrow off, and my buddy was actually probably no more than 80 yards from me, and the buck came by him and he shot the tree in front of it. So it was just the whole hunt was a great hunt, but it was the outcome was a real mess. So hopefully we have something like that happen again and we get another chance. But today I wanted to kind of show y'all what I'm going to be using today. So I climb. This is my harness. I climb with the TX5 minimalist saddle. These saddles they're very compact. They're very lightweight. I'll usually you can take this saddle and pretty much roll it up like this and stick it in any bag. I mean, it's small. That's a real compact saddle right there. Compared to the new Latitude Method 3 or the Lone Star, that saddle right there is just one. Like I said, you can throw in a bag and not really worry about it taking up much space. I know a lot of guys wear their saddle in. I don't like to when I'm going out on public land. I put it in my bag, put it on my backpack, and start going. But actually, I'm going to be using that, and this is my one stick. It's I believe it's an old muddy stick. No, this isn't a muddy stick. I think this is one of the XOP sticks, just cut down, and I have a 3-step aider on it, and it's just a really light stick. I think this thing may weigh over a pound. This is what I use to get up the tree. You may be thinking, this guy's a saddle hunter. He's a one sticker. I am. I like hanging from the saddle from time to time, but over the years, I've been doing this a while, for saddle hunting a while. I've gotten to the point where my back and my knees will start hurting me, and I'm kind of getting away from that. What I do nowadays is I'll one stick and hang a tree stand. This is my tree stand. It's a XOP. This one is the XOP Superfly. This stand right here weighs as much as a platform did a few years ago. I need to tighten that up a little bit, but this stand right here weighs right at 5 pounds. I think it was on my scale either right at 5 even or a little bit under. And this thing is amazing. It's a small, compact setup, really easy to hang. The seat, there's a little. It can be made into your platform, but it doesn't weigh anything, and for me it's plenty of room to it's pretty small, but it's plenty of room for me to turn on and get over, hang my bow off far enough so I can make a shot off of it. And man, it's worked out for me this season. I've already killed a buck out of it. It does need some silencing. I actually put this I need to put some tape right here, but it does need a little bit of silencing. But like I said, it's a very, very easy stand to carry. I put all my gear on the back of it, and it just doesn't weigh anything. It's a really, really mobile setup, and I love it. one sticking up to this, hanging the stand, and sitting down. I don't sit down the whole time, I stand a lot, but being able to just have something to sit down on. This seat's not real uncomfortable either. It's a pretty good setup, so it's a good thing to look into for public land hunting if y'all are interested in that. But let me show y'all real quick how easy this is to set up. Alright, so all my stuff is right here. This is my bag. My rope is in here for my one sticking. I can put my saddle in here. I have some Tink 69 already ready in here for me. A buck call. I just got this call. This is pretty cool. It's a Buck Collector Plus. I think it has a pretty good sound to it. Really, for a buck, it sounds pretty good. Doe call. But I have that. I have my skinning knife in here and a battery pack for my phone. I also have a little bit of some glucose bottles till I'm diabetic in case I get in a bind. But anyway, this is my pack. You can really put everything you have. I put everything onto this pack. Let me go ahead and show y'all how I strap this up. So I take these straps right here, put them under the seat. This is just some bungee cord I got from Harbor Freight, and we do it just like this. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do it just like this. I put this bag on first. This is my heaviest part of this whole setup, and then after that, I'll take my saddle, put on here, then my one stick, and then my camera arm. I'm using a Beast camera arm. This is just a Amazon, whatever you call it, it's a little arm. And this is what I use to film with. This and I'm using a little camera. I'm using this Sony, I forgot which one it is, but it's just a Sony camera. And this is how I set this up. It's super compact. You just bring this up to here and squish this and hook it in. And I'll take these backpack straps and kind of tuck them in, but this is my whole setup. It doesn't hardly weigh anything. I think this whole setup is like 12 pounds, maybe. And this is it. This is everything I'm carrying into the woods. Super light setup. Very, very compact. Easy to carry. And like I said, really light. I can carry this, I can carry this in for a while and not really have any strain on my back or any kind of fatigue. If I carry this without the camera here, if I don't feel like filming one day, I mean, it doesn't really weigh hardly anything. I think the camera gear may add like a couple pounds, few pounds to it, but other than that, this is my setup. It's just a really good setup for me this year. I've actually had a lot more easier time filming with this setup because I can get in the tree, hang my arm, everything's good to go, sit down for a minute on my stand, and get ready to bow hunt. This wind is howling today, y'all. We're gonna get out here and get ready to go hunt, but I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to hunt or not. Too great with this wind blowing the way it is. My main piece of gear that I want to show y'all, my recurve bow. I decided to start hunting with the recurve a few years ago. It was on and off there for a minute. I wasn't too successful with the recurve. I think I shot a pig that first year, and then the second year I shot and killed a buck and a doe. It was my first. Those were my first traditional kills. That buck and the doe I killed. Then I killed a hog, I think the next season. But that's what made me get into traditional bow. My buddy Steve Hill told me, hey, you need to try this if you're a bow hunter. And I've been stuck with it ever since. I love doing it. It's fun. And this is my main weapon of choice now. to take into the woods. I have compounds, I have a crossbow, I have a rifle, and I don't take them with me anymore. The first, not too long ago, I think 3 weeks back now, I shot a 9-point buck. He was a little buck, but I shot a 9-point with my Schaefer Silvertip recurve. I was using the VPA 3-blade broadheads, and they just work. They're a good broadhead. I made a high and back shot. Arrow went through them, kind of ricocheted off the ribs on the other side and went out the back leg. And you talk about deer went down to 60 yards. Didn't have a lot of blood, but it was a super fast kill. And I actually caught a dog because I wasn't sure of the hit, but the deer was stiff by the time we got to him, so I knew that that shot that morning, I made a good shot. He expired pretty quickly. But I was going to show y'all this bow here. This is the bow I'm hunting with tonight. It is a Timberghost TGX 62-inch. This bow is 53 pounds at 31 inches, and at my draw, 28 and a half, it's probably 47, 48 pounds. But I'm shooting a deep impact 400 arrow, and I have these broadheads set on it. They're a Woodsman broadhead. They're a 175, and I have them pretty sharp. This is going to be my practice head for today. We're going to try to make some shots in this wind. I don't know how it's going to go, but if we can get a few shots in the center with it, we should be good to go. But this is the setup I'm going to be using for tonight, and it should be a super deadly combo if I can make some accurate shots. We're at about probably a 15-yard shot. This is really the maximum shot I'm probably going to take at a deer, you know, making a shot with a stick bow. So all we really want to do is see how the broadheads are flying, see if our arrow is flying right. We're going to get some kick from this wind, I guarantee it, but I just want to see if my arrows are tuned and flying good enough to hit close to the center of that target. Let's take a few shots at it with the Woodsman and see how it does. All right, y'all, I had to go put my dog inside. So we're gonna take a few shots with the Woodsman and the Supercurve and see how accurate we are. We're shooting about probably a 15 or 16-yard shot from here. So I just want to see if we have some arrows are flying center and if this setup's gonna work. Alright, so we got a little bit of, the hit was a little bit to the left there. And the wind's blowing heavily this way, but I want to make sure that my arrows are good and tuned and flying right before we shoot any more with it. I'm going to shoot a field point. I know these are flying straight, so let's see how that works out. Alright, we got a little bit of a left hit there. I know this wind's causing a lot of that, but we need to make sure that our arrow flight is perfect before we take this thing out into the woods. Alright, good hit right there. It looked like our arrow might have kicked out to the left a little bit, so let's shoot a few more and see if we can get this broadhead fly straight. Alright, so my main concern today is getting these broadheads to fly straight. I want to make sure that's good and finished before we take this bow out on the hunt. But these arrows tuned. Let's see. Ooh. I don't know if I like the way that looked. These arrows tuned a little bit stiff last night, so I think I'm gonna roll with that. They were flying good and straight. They were landing a little stiff, but they're not bad enough where I won't use them. That was a pretty good shot right there. My arrow went a little bit to the left, but I'm gonna shoot another one and see how it does. We need to get these broadheads flying right. That was a good straight flying arrow with the wind we have. It was a little hair high, but right where I was looking in the center. Good shot right in the center of the target there. It's landing a little bit low. I'm gonna, I may move this knock point down a hair, but might have to hold a little higher. Oh yeah, that was a much better shot. I held a little higher and the arrow actually went higher because I moved my knock point up right in the center of the target. It's a hard hitting arrow. All right, so let's see if I feel like I'm having to hold these, hold a little higher for these arrows. I'm not sure if the broadhead's causing a dip, but I want to shoot a few more and just to get a feel for them. This wind's definitely causing some air flight issues. I'm slowing down a little bit, but definitely gonna right in the center of the target right there. But it's definitely gonna, something like that's gonna mess you up as far as where you need to hold on the animal. If you have a wind, it's, you know, the air is gonna be hitting the pressure, so it's definitely gonna get slowed down. So one key thing before you hunt with the broadhead setup, get out here and practice. I don't know how many times I'll stress that. Your broadheads aren't gonna fly like your field points. There's going to be different, you know, wind's going to cause flight issues, just the way they're shaped, the length, everything else may cause flight issues with the broadhead. So you need to get out here and do your part and practice. Shoot a target with your broadhead. So when you do get out there on the animal, you'll know how it's going to fly and just get used to shooting it. The more you shoot a broadhead, the more you get used to it, then your body's going to react and know how to shoot that when you have a deer or a hog step out in front of you. All right, let's shoot another one. That last shot wasn't too great. A little bit to the left. Perfect shot, right in the middle. Ooh. I better watch this. This broadhead has been flying out, been coming out of here a little bit, so I need to watch that one. But that last shot was a good straight shot. Would have been a good shot on an animal. So this is the shot right here. I got a good concentration. You know what? Let's shoot the deer target. I'm gonna shoot right behind that shoulder, right up and down, and we're gonna make a good shot right there in the vitals. Man, that was awesome. Right there where I was looking at, right there where it needs to go. It was a killer shot. It whipped out a little bit to the left, pretty sure because of this wind. But let's go check it. All right, y'all, this was my last shot. This is my Timberghost Supercurve. This bow is super badass bow. Great shooter. Just cast the arrows how you want them. But this was the last shot. That's where I was looking on the deer target. And that's a perfect shot. If you can hit right there, that deer's, if it ducks even, you're gonna hit high long, high double long. But that right there, tucking it behind the armpit, that's what, you know, that's what I'm looking for. And if we can do that with broadheads, which this one was, we'll be successful. And I'm shooting the 3-blade Woodsman broadhead. And we have these super sharp. This is my practice head. The one I have on my arrows is ready to go. It's sharp. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna go through a deer when it hits it. Man, I appreciate y'all watching this video. We're gonna take one more shot at the deer target. This bow is ready. I'm getting pretty comfortable shooting it. Even with this wind, I know it's gonna blow my arrow to the left, so you hold a little bit to the right. But let's take another shot at that deer vital, and we're gonna get this one, and we'll see y'all next time. Ooh. Awesome shot, right? Double long. I would have made a great shot right behind the shoulder. Deadly.